as a part of your assessment, plus together with your final exam, and then total up 50 plus 50 equal to 10. Yeah, and then the test, okay, as you already mentioned even yesterday, please mark the date that your test will be scheduled or will be conducted in week 6. Yeah, chapter 1 and chapter 1 to chapter 4, and then group project. Okay, this is our main objective for today. Yeah, that we're going to discuss about this. Yeah. Well, I don't want to read it from here because I believe that let's proceed to the, the questions lah. Okay, so this tutorial is a quick one. Usually when it's public holiday, it's okay. Usually it's okay for us to do online lah, otherwise physical. So that's why last Monday public holiday. So I just decide that well, initially I wanted to do it yesterday, but you prefer today, yeah, because online maybe, but it's okay, I don't mind. Yeah, so well, this is the questions of your group project. So I will suggest maybe should I say suggest? Okay, I will explain about my expectation. Okay, and in order to meet the expectation, what kind of or maybe what are the suggestions that I will let you know, yeah, in order to achieve that objective, and ultimately you're able to get higher marks. Yeah, so well, for this can you read this paragraph on your own? I give you 3 minutes, so I think like no need for me to read. So read for this paragraph 1, 2 and 3, unlocking insights into M&E. Okay, read first. I give you 2 minutes. Okay, back to this. Okay, paragraph 3. Okay, paragraph number 3. As a head of strategic business analysis at the prominent M&E, you and your team have been tasked to management to produce a comprehensive report on the firm to identify any potential business opportunities and the corresponding risks associated with the M&E. Okay, so basically these 3 paragraphs, this whole passage, yeah, talking about the M&E, the importance of M&E, together with the challenges that the M&E or MNCs must face. Yeah. So now put yourself as the head of the strategic business analyst. that you have to make, or you have to prepare a report, okay, that instructed by your top management. So general requirement, let's go for the general requirement first. Students are required to form a group of, a group consisting a maximum of 5 members within the same tutorial groups and register their group within the respective respective tutor by week 2. Group registration can be completed via the link provided by the tutor commencing from week 1. The tutor's approval must be obtained if there is any change in the number of students resulting from course withdrawal. Okay, now, 3 things here. First, maximum members in one group, 5. A few students, more than one student, asked me about can one group have 6 members? For now, okay, what I'm telling here is for now, my answer is no. Keep the basic here that maximum is 5. Yeah, I only allow this one special case after add and drop week, meaning that starting from week 3, usually at the end of week 2, I will revise again, okay, the number of students, okay, how many students how many students have withdrawn from the course, I mean this for multinational class, and then we get from there, we get to know the number of groups available, okay, with the number of students that we have. Yeah, so yeah, for example, like one group, before this 5 members, 3 withdraw, okay, 3 have withdrawn from the multinational class, and only 2 students left in that group. Of course, I have to split them, because to do this group project in only 2 members, I think is quite hard, okay, in terms of the workload. So I'm considering that maybe I will split the 2 of them and then move to another group. Then because of that, that group, okay, that specific group has like 6 members. Kalau that one is fine, okay, but for now, keep it as 5 members in one group. Okay, that one is number 1. Number 2, please register your name and also the M&E names, okay, by latest or at the end of week 2 by latest. Number 3, about the link. Okay, let's go back to this. Okay, click. Hey, where is it? Oh, here. Hey. Oh, yes, it is. Nervous for some reason. Okay, let me okay, so your group, group T1, T2 and T4, right? So T1, Monday 2 to 2 until 3:30. So I can see that. Okay, good job, most of you. Most of you, how many of this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5 times 5, 25. 25 plus 26. So I believe that 6 students have not registered yet, okay, for T1. So if you haven't done it, please do so. Yeah, so I can see that so far group 5 still Lee Jingwei, or maybe Lee, okay, he or she needs 4 members, okay, to complete that group. Yeah, so please do that for those who haven't registered yet, and the rest. Yeah, and then what about 3:30 to 5 p.m. T2 and T4. So far 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, this one seems like full to me. Okay, right. Okay, so good so far. Okay, now, and then, are we, I think we're not yet, yeah, discussing. Okay, yes, okay. So first, register yourself, register your name in the Excel provided. Okay, let's go for, that one is general requirement, what you have to do as a student for this particular group project. So, okay, after that, instructions. So each group is required to select and register one MNE from the developing countries indicated on the website. Okay, let's copy this and check. Since we have time, yeah, because it's, I mean, week one usually tutorial we discuss about all this assignment. Okay, now, so you can choose one firm, MNE, yeah, MNE, out one firm out of these countries. Okay, so if you think that there is an Indonesian firm that you think that is good for you to explore, okay, in doing this good project, go ahead, because Indonesia is a part of this developing. Malaysia also the same, as you can see there is Malaysia. So first choose the country, and then after that choose the MNE. Do not use US, do not choose American firm, because they are not developing, they are developed country. So remember that. Right. So after that, select MD must differ from other group following the first come first serve principle. Okay. For example, this morning, okay, as you can see, there are two groups. So is it true? Well, mana ya? Okay, at least two groups. Okay, for example, this morning, okay, group 2, as you can see. I mean, this is this Friday morning, yeah. This morning I got a class at around 8 a.m. And then they already mentioned MNE, Saudi Aracom. Okay, they already name it. Okay, and that mean that the group complete 5 members, and then they already registered the MNE. So do the group number 4. Okay, this group also named Axiata Group Berhad. This is for Malaysian firm. The first one is from Saudi Arabia, and this is Malaysian firm, yeah, Axiata Group Berhad. Okay, this one also complete 5 members, and then they registered the group. The rest still not, yeah, not yet. And for you, you haven't done it yet. So please, yeah, for example, this one example only, but I will do it later. So for example, you decide Petronas, and then Luis, okay, group, then put Petronas. Okay, Petronas, okay. Then you put Petronas Berhad and so on. So meaning that complete lah, 5 members and then with ME. So please do that. So I undo lah, yeah, because then after that you name it, okay, your own based on your preference, your the MNE that you prefer, yeah. Settle this one, general, basic, and also the instruction. So remember, you can, oh, okay, again, one more. For this, okay, for example, if group 1, okay, for T1, choose Petronas, group 2 and the rest, you cannot choose Petronas as well, yeah. But it's okay if it happened to be like T1, okay, choose Petronas, T2 and 3, 4, choose Petronas is fine, because they are different tutorial group, but not under the same tutorial group. Okay, T1 only one MNE can be chosen. It cannot be redundant or repetitive. Yeah. Okay, your report must answer the following questions below. Okay, it looks it looks like quite a lot, which actually it's not look, it looks like, but actually it's quite a lot. Okay, but remember yesterday I mentioned to you that it's quite hard, yeah. But so last night, I think, is it correct? Is it hard? So I read again last night, and I don't think so. Okay, when you look again, actually it is not. Yeah, it's just that a lot, meaning that you have to search and search. Yeah. So for A, HA quite basic lah, yeah. So multinational financial goals. Now A1, describe the main business of the ME. For this one, yeah, class, as you know, the M&E, yeah, or MNCs, yeah, they have a lot of subsidiaries, kan? Banyak subsidiaries, and maybe, okay, there is a situation, or usually it's like that, actually, okay, there is that subsidiaries involved in different sectors that is not similar to sectors for parents firm. So if this is the case, yeah, so my advice, okay, or my suggestion is to focus the industry of the parents firm only. But if you have more pages, for example, since the pages, the limitation is 25 pages and not more than 25 pages. So I think it should be okay lah. So in case that it's too short for you and then you want to expand more, and then of course then you mention, for example, Petronas, okay, it involved in oil and gas and everything. It has a subsidiary also, blah, 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 and then it involved in various various discipline. Okay, for example, what, so blah blah and so on. Okay, so you mentioned about the main business or the main sectors, and the type of business they are doing. Is it mining? Is it oil and gas? If oil and gas, they are, there are a lot of, is it butane and so on? Okay, is it a crude oil and so on? So you can explain lah, yeah. And then A2, what is the goal, or what are the goals of the MNC according to the annual report? So actually, I don't have to mention annual report, but it's fine, yeah. It's just that it's just a guideline, okay, for you to get the information. Usually, you can get the information from the website itself, or maybe from annual report before they present the income statement, statement of balance sheet, return earning, cash flow, and so on. Usually earlier stage, yeah, earlier pages of the annual reports. They explain about who they are, what they are doing, their mission, vision, and so on. And then organization chart, yeah. So you can get the information from there. Okay, usually the goals do mission visions, or if they mention about specific objective, then go ahead. But remember, class, even though you can get it directly, but you cannot copy paste, you have to rephrase, yeah, because even though you do the citation and then you put exactly like that, okay, without, we still consider as plagiarism. Okay, plagiarism. So number 3, A3, provide the progression of M&E's globalization process, starting from its domestic phase and progressing to the multinational phase, and ultimately reaching the multinational phase. Okay, now, this one you learned yesterday about the globalization process, starting from domestic business. Remember about the Trident yesterday? Trident hypothetical firms, okay, that is located in Los Angeles, US, okay, and then domestic, they sell to the American customers, and then they get the raw materials from the American suppliers, US suppliers. So that one is domestic. And then after that, slowly they go for import-export. Okay, yesterday example, during that, for Trident, they apart from to cater the demand for US customers, they also cater the demand for Canadian customers or Canadian buyers, and also they get the raw material from Mexico. Remember yesterday? Okay, you do the same. Okay, you do the same for this one. For example, you choose Petronas. Okay, the starting one. Okay, the establishments of the firm. Who started? Who started that? Okay, who was the founder? And then the progression and the timeline. Okay, from domestic, maybe first they focus on domestic, and after that import export. Okay, and after that, all right, and after that, okay, to multinational base. Okay, since when they expand their business more than import export approach only. Okay, more than that. So for that, you go to part B. Okay, describe the methods of exploiting existing competitive advantages abroad used by the MNEs. Okay, is it okay? Export to we cannot say that FDI. It's just that you do the transaction abroad, but not to the point that you have ownership or assets or entity outside of the country, outside of the home country. So export we cannot consider FDI or even not multinational yet, but still multinational also they can import export still. Okay, but with the existing of licensing, joint venture, or maybe they establish or they build a plan. Okay, meaning to say that foreign subsidiaries. Okay, then you check lah. Okay, so how many subsidiaries that they have? Okay, and then in which country? Okay, for example, Petronas. Okay, African countries, which one? Okay, do they have another in Asian? Okay, which countries they are using? Okay, it's not using. I mean, they are doing the business with. Yeah, the FDI. Which one? Is it licensing? If licensing, which one? With which is it with local? For example, they licensing with US or joint venture with the US firm. Okay, what type of firm they are doing that? So you can get all this information online and the reports and so on. I think it's not that hard lah. Yeah, it's just that you have to search as I mentioned. And then B2, how do research changes in the host countries characteristics such as national income, inflation. Okay, let me highlight this. Interest rate and political stability affect the methods described in part B1. So for example, firm A of Petronas, okay, it has licensing contract that give the grant, okay, or grant the licensor, okay, to use the license, Petronas license, okay, or patent or IP, intellectual, yeah. In a way that licensing just now, okay, how the characteristic of the microeconomics in that country affect the MNE. In this case, we choose Petronas example, right? So Petronas. Okay, so now why I highlight this? National income, inflation, interest rate, and political stability. I don't limit this up to these 4 factors. You can remove these all factors and replace with another microeconomic factors. For example, you want to have unemployment rate of that particular country, the host country that you're dealing with. Go ahead. Maybe you think that national income is not that factor, okay, that you want to explore or you want to add or you want to write in your report, and you want to replace with unemployment rate, so it's fine. So then, next question. How many factors? Is it we have to describe, since the lecturer mentioned these 4 factors, so meaning that you have to explain 4 factors as well, even though it's not exactly like this. So my answer is yes, my answer is no. Okay, yes, if but under the same under the same consideration, yeah, class. So the consideration, what is the consideration? If you do not exceed the 25 pages, then you can write 4 factors in national income, unemployment, interest rate, or debt, government debt, and so on. Okay, if you want to use that, that's fine. Okay, but minimum should be 3 lah. Minimum at least you must touch 3 factors lah at least. So more argument lah, yeah. So that's why I encourage students to pick good MNE, the reputable one. So by saying the reputable one, meaning to say that more story to be told, right? So, well, it's nothing wrong to get a new MNE and everything. It's just that maybe they are new in this context, so not much, okay, to say about. So maybe that it will limit your creativity or limit your idea to write. Yeah. So I encourage you pick the good or well-known MNE, good, the reputable one. So meaning that they are longer in the market, so meaning that more explanation lah you can can be written in your report. Yeah. So all right, so let's talk about C. But before that, do you have any other questions? Let me see. Is there anything in the chat box? Okay, no. Wong Li Xiying, any question so far? Chan Li Ting, Goh Kan Heng, Kong Bi Juan. I think this name is quite familiar. This one also. Is it my AA? Li Hao Cheng. Any questions, student? No, Chan? All right. What about the rest? I believe no. No questions so far. All right. If that's the case, I proceed. Okay. Right. So where are we? Okay. C. Let's talk about C then. Exchange rate determination. Okay. Before that. Okay. Well, luckily I didn't forget that. Okay. Now this one. No. Back to this. All right. So for this one, as I said that you can explain other microeconomic variables other than this. If it, okay, I repeat, if you don't want to talk about national income, go ahead, remove it and replace with other. But you are not allowed to discuss exchange rate in this section, section B2. Okay, do not include exchange rate factors. Why? Because I reserve the exchange rate factors in part C, as you can see. So if you write, for example, okay, you don't want to do this, and then you put exchange rate. Do you think it will be redundant? Isn't it? This one exchange rate, this one also exchange rate. So that's why don't. Okay, for B2, do not. What's that? Oh, no. Okay. So again, do not include exchange rate, a part of it. Okay, C, exchange rate determination. Okay, this one specific with special okay, microeconomics. Okay, that we talk about exchange rate. Yeah. So which okay, C1, which currency does the MNE utilize to conduct the international business? So the question here is, it depends on the question here. Yeah, because this one you explain or you list down. Okay, the subsidiaries, the name of the subsidiaries, okay, who they are, where they are located, what kind of relationship, is it a subsidiary, is it foreign subsidiary, is it a partnership, or is it a joint venture, is it licensor or licensee, and everything. So if you list down 10, so perhaps that you can mention 10 here then, isn't it? Okay, so which currency? For example, Petronas, it has business with or joint venture agreement with Thai firm. So meaning to say that, of course, in B1, you mentioned about that. Okay, Petronas has a strong relationship with Thai firm XXX because they have a joint venture contract for 10 years to build blah, 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 blah. Okay, so then if based on B1, then you can come up with this simple, yeah, because it's related. So you can come up with C1. So meaning that it involves, of course, one of it is Thai baht because it has joint venture with Thai firm that you mentioned. Okay, Thai, and then for example, and then it has the foreign subsidiaries. Okay, it has foreign subsidiaries in Singapore. Then you can mention Sing dollar, and then in Indonesia, so meaning that Indonesian rupiah and so on. Okay, then number 2, analyze the trend in the major foreign currency utilized by MNE over the last 3 years. Okay, class, for this one, for C2, general information about the exchange rate. Okay, the exchange rate, yeah. So you don't have to mention about the relationship with MNE because we reserve for C3. So this one analysis the trend. Okay, let's say just now. Okay, where is it? Right. So you want to, okay, one of the, for example, this Petronas, this one is just an example, yeah, just assume. Okay, Petronas, it has a subsidiary back to the similar scenario. Petronas has a subsidiary in Thailand, okay, Thai baht lah. So, and then question 2, analyze the trend for the past 3 years. So Yahoo Finance, I mean, you can get, you can go to database in the library and then get the information, or you can go to Yahoo Finance, yeah. Okay, so I want to know about Thai baht against USD lah, because you, well, since Malaysian is a Malaysian firm, so should I regress, not to say regress, I mean that the pair with Thai baht against Malaysian ringgit, so I think it's better with US lah, with USD. Okay, so you can see that. Okay, then you will see this, yeah. Then can you see this historical data? Then you press this called historical data, and then choose monthly. Okay, and then 3 years. So this one 1 year. So this one it doesn't mean that you have to start from 21st of June. Doesn't matter lah. If you start next week lah. Okay, next week. So it doesn't matter. So 2021 lah. June, right? Okay. Alamak, not responsive. Wait. And then you get this info. Okay, then you can download. Okay, you can download. And then from that, done. I think something is not right with the website. I mean, just now, I can see that supposedly you can get until 2021, but why is that? Let me try one more time. Okay, weekly, maybe I change it, see what happens. And then monthly. What? Never mind, let's find this. Okay, yes, we get it. Okay, so you get adjust, of course, we get adjusted close, okay, closing, the adjusted price of the closing one. Okay, then you will get this. So then from here, okay, from here, maybe you can do the charts. Okay, the line, okay, the line chart, so you can see the trend. Okay, for example, okay, I don't want, okay, I want summary. Okay, let's say lah, okay, this one is summary for 3 years. Oh, quite slow. It's a bit slow actually. Never mind lah. Okay, let's assume this 3 years. And then the question here is, okay, back to the question. Analyze the trends in these major foreign currencies utilized. Okay, so assume this one is 3 years. Okay, from here, okay, from 2021 to 2024, and you see that at this stage, the price have plummeted, right? Okay, then, oh no. Okay, then you see, okay, you see this, and then you check what happened to this date. What happened to October 3rd? Okay, what happened to 3rd of October? Is it something wrong with it? 2022, what happened? Then you can search and get the information. And then why is that? What factors contributed to this? This, I mean, like the decremental, I mean, what's that decrease in value? Okay, and then this one, and then suddenly it's slowly getting, okay, it has increased to a certain point, and this one, what happened in after October until now, you have like January. Okay, then what happened? Okay, then you check and then analyze it. Yeah, so that's how you do it. So then analyze. Okay, back to this 2C. Okay, analyze the trend in the major foreign currency utilized. Okay, let's say the Petronas has how many? Let's say like 20 subsidiaries. So do I need to? So the question: do I need to analyze the trend for 20 firms? I mean, 20 countries in 20 firms in 20 countries. So do I need to analyze 20 currencies as 20 currencies? My answer is no, you don't have to. Okay, it's just that the major foreign currency. Maybe you pick maybe, well, if the page limitation permits, go ahead. Okay, explain 5, if not minimum 3 as well. Okay, 3, because you need to download and then you need to do the graph and then you explain from there. Okay, remember C2 general, do not touch about the relationship, whether it affect MNC or not. It's just that the trend of that, for example, Thai baht against USD, just mention for C2 only, for the 3 years what happened. Okay, what factor contributed to this? Okay, then if you want to touch about how MNC get affected by this, then you talk about under C3. Okay, determine how the MNE, I mean this Petronas Berhad, is affected by changes in the value of these currencies. So what happened? Okay, during that period just now, like October 2022, right? What happened? So how MNE respond to this? Okay, then meaning to say that maybe this one C3 you have to search a bit lah. You have to search in order to get the information. Okay, and then the last one for D, risk management and risk hedging, risk management and hedging strategies. Thus, the MNE have specific risk management measure in place to mitigate the risk factor indicates in part B and C. So for this one first, usually in the website or in the in annual reports, usually ada mention lah. It does mention in annual reports about the risk management section. But the only thing here is if in the explanation, okay, if the explanation is included the one that indicated in B and C, this one. If not, then you have to search again. Okay. So what type of risk management? Okay, for example, there is information about, usually they have a section about risk management, especially now SDG kan, okay. Usually there is a section talking about this. It's just that maybe whether in that explanation whether they mentioned about how to mitigate the exchange rate risk, everything. So I'm not sure whether it's a part of it, but you have to do. If not, then you have to find on your own. Yeah. And then for the last one, elaborate on the hedging strategies employed by MNE. So in this case, you need to find whether, for example, are they doing natural hedge? Natural hedge means that they're matching the exchange rate. For example, import-export, okay, with Thai firm. So meaning to say that in order to eliminate the exchange rate risk, maybe I match my receivables and my payables under the same currency, so I just exchange. Okay, I mean like it's just that I pay under the same everything. So meaning to say matching, or is that, or maybe Petronas obtains loan from Thai banks, okay, to support their liabilities payment. Okay, so meaning to say, what I want to say, meaning to say that by having this, by engaging getting loaned, okay, getting a loan from Thai firm, okay, to cater the liability in Thailand. So meaning that they don't have to convert or remit back and forth between Malaysian ringgit and also Thai baht. Kan, it's just that, okay, we apply for a loan, okay, the loan amount, okay, stay in Thailand. Okay, so if any liability or any payment, just use the loan. Okay, instead of the parents need to remit or need to have the subsidies and so on. So that one is what called natural hedge. Or you can go for financial hedge. What are the examples? Derivative lah, yeah. For example, option hedge. Are they using money market hedge, or are they using forward hedge, or maybe futures contract? So you check, and then if there any information, so write it down. Okay. So and then conclusion lah. Conclusion is fine. So far, any question before I go for the guideline to write reports? No? Well, I believe there is no questions, so I proceed then. So then guideline. So I think for this one, I think it's quite, I mean, it's easy to understand. Now, first, do not exceed 25 pages, excluding references and appendix. And then group members are required to provide at least 20 relevant references. That this one's easy peasy lah. Yeah. So in a way that there are many questions, okay, in the group projects. Okay, in the group project, so meaning to say that I'm pretty sure this one is not hard to fulfill. Okay, so meaning to say that in your reference side on the last page, you must get at least our count, okay, more than 20. Yeah. Then overall, the written report should reflect the members' analysis and review rather than the work of others. So meaning to say that one group, 5 members, right? So meaning that, okay, member 1 do part A, member 2 do part B, and then after that, okay, within this date, please submit, then just combine and submit to me. Because, of course, the first, number 1 is content. Number 2 is the so-called quote-unquote appearance. If from the beginning I can see it's very messy, first single space, and then after that, what we call that, multiple, okay, there is no alignment. I mean, like, you start to get, you know, it affect you somehow. If even not 100%, is even not 50%, at least 10%. It will affect you as an examiner. Okay, when I see that, it means like the effort, the effort. So please, yeah. So please remember the time Roman 12 lines, spacing 1.5 and so on. Yeah. And then the report appendix, okay, later on we will see that. Okay, number 6. Please submit the report in soft copy PDF format in the respective tutor before deadline. Please read the late submission penalty clause in the cost plan. Okay, so submit. So actually, on the submission day, you need to submit 2 things. First, the report itself in PDF form. Second, the video presentation. But before we go for video presentation, this is how you write in your report. Like, you name your file. Okay, UBFF 4024, and then, for example, you are T1, write T1, and then you choose Petronas, write Petronas Berhad, and then which country of the MAE, okay, Malaysia, then write Malaysia. Okay, oops. Okay, something like this. And then remember, first PDF of your report, second guideline of the video presentation offline, yeah. Okay, so I already explained this morning, but I'm just explaining now. So since this today, I mean, like, multinational is my first time. Oh, but I'm not sure about the timing. Excuse me, about the timing. So I'm just afraid that I cannot cover. Excuse me, sorry, yeah. All right, sorry. So I have no idea whether you are able to cover all the presentation during the lecture hours. So I'm just afraid that it will take a lot of time. So because of that, I make it offline. Okay, so you present offline, okay, side by side with the presentation slide and you. And then I think you are like you are gadget buddies, kan? Of course, I believe that you know how to do that. Okay, so having a presentation in front of the camera with a shared screen of the PowerPoint slide, suggested form. So, okay, you can do Google Teams, Zoom, Google Meet, everything. But I will provide a link. Okay, so all the presentation must be in English. Please upload the video of the Google Drive. Okay, for example, once you have this complete presentation, okay, upload in link. Doesn't matter lah whether, as I mentioned, it's a Microsoft Teams, Zoom, everything. Link, make sure it can access by everyone, yeah, and then get the link and then paste in the Google form, the submission form that I will prepare for you. Yeah, so meaning to say you need to submit the PDF. Second, share the link, and then when I click the link, it must be accessible. Okay, do not restricted to the certain certain access only. Yeah. Okay, so I mean starting from maybe week 7, maybe I will provide the submission link. Okay, usually through Google Form lah. Okay, in the Google Form you write your one of your members team and then your companies and everything, and then I give you two. Oh my God, what happened? Then I will give you the submissions space lah, okay, for you to admit and so on. Deadline 5th of August 2024, week 8, because I'm the only tutor and I have 100 students and they have 100 divided by 5, so meaning to say that I have around 20 assignments, more or less like 20 assignments or 20 reports to mark. So I prefer, that's why I prefer week 8. Yeah. So remember this, in the case of plagiarism being suspected, the projects will be uploaded into in and similarity check. So remember, yeah. Now, and then after that, I want to share with the appendix. So this one, this cover, okay, cover sheet. So this one you can see lah, okay, just touch, make sure this one is the first one, first page. Okay, follow with the allocation sheet. Okay, so as you can see here, multinational, so you can see the marks, yeah, the allocation for the marks. So the highest is the exchange rate determination, because when I prepare this project, I believe that section, you can write a lot in section C, because you have to download the historical data of the exchange rate pairing with the USD per USD. You have to run, you have to do the graph, the trend, to see the trend, and then you need to explain, okay, or you need to write. So since it extra, extra a task there, so that's why I put in section C 20 marks. Yeah, so then you have like section D, E, and everything, conclusion, and then references, language, and layout, and then the video presentation 25 marks. Okay, out of the 25 marks, knowledge and content, delivery, verbal, confidence and body language, and visual aids. Yeah, so total up all together 100 marks, and then from there I will narrow it down to 25 marks, yeah, out of that 100 marks, full marks. So then after that, rubric, I said this one is fine, okay, how to achieve good grades. All right, so any question? Any question, class, before we dismiss the meeting? Oops, which one? For the video, can each of member record the video and combine into one? I cannot imagine that. So meaning that I take the piece of 5 minutes, they take the piece of 5 minutes. So if, yeah, you can, but it's like patchy, right? Don't you think? ZG, it's like, like the outcome, the outcome, it tend to be like quite patchy because you merge different, right? So if you think that it's doable, go ahead. But if the quality is very low because it's like patchy here and there, so maybe not, because when my eyes tend to be sore, then I start to penalize lah, yeah. So ZG, you try first. If it's doable, the quality is okay, go ahead. All right. Lim Junhong, what is no? Oh, no question. Okay, right. Okay, any question, class? Okay, as I said, like 1 hour, right? So we have 55 minutes. So that's why the timing, okay? Right, understood. All right, that's good, GZ. ZG, sorry. Okay, what happened to the rest? Any question, class? I think more than 10 students absent. Eileen, Jocelyn, Jason, Go Kai Hin, Chiu Zhe Heng, is it? Am I pronouncing it right? I'm sorry if I don't do it right. Okay, there is no. Okay. If no, then it's fine. So about for today's attendance, when we end the meeting, it will generate the attendance, right? So I think I can do it manually lah, because I don't want to share the code because I merged two how to say that? Two tutorial, two different, from 2 to 3:30 p.m. Monday and 3:30 to 5 p.m. Monday as well. So I combine. So I'm afraid that if I share the for 2 p.m. this is the QR code, and then this is the QR code for 3:30. I'm afraid that you just snap for the sake of and then it become complicated already lah, because I have to talk to the officer to switch your name to other groups, so it can't hassle lah, yeah. So never mind, I will do manually. Okay, I believe that yesterday also one of our friend did it online, kan, hybrid. So I check they generate the attendance, so I will do that manually. So over the weekend I will do that lah, I will take on my own, yeah. So all right, since there is no question, so maybe I would say that's all for today. All right, I will see you again next week. Okay, thank you very much. You may leave. Don't worry about the QR code, yeah? I will do it manually. All right, bye-bye. Take care.